Hi everyone, it's Cherry Enchantress. I'm here with another pick a card reading, and today we're going to talk about a subject that I hinted on before, the three types of twin flames out there. So take this very loosely. This is just information that I've received, and I'm still trying to integrate it into, how my philosophy on the whole twin flame journey and everything. So you decide for yourself if you believe in this or not. But some of these things do seem to ring true for me, especially the more I get to know you out there, and when you come with me with your private readings and how I connect with you and where you are on your journey. I can see variances between one kind of twin flame and another. So we have three piles here: pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. One of these piles are going to be the monadic type of twin flame, one will be the split souls type of twin flame, and one represents the hive souls. So the monadic is a person who's pretty much on their own in this lifetime. They've already come into union with their twin flame. They may find them again, him or her, and it might not be a him or her. It might be something else. And this could also be a lifetime where you just keep balancing the masculine and the feminine aspects of your own personality. There's no karma involved in this lifetime. This is your last lifetime, and it's time for your ascension. So if you've arrived in this lifetime and you feel like you've already feel complete and whole, and you might be thinking that there might be a twin flame out there, but you've already been in union with them in between lifetimes, somewhere, somehow in the spiritual realm. You already connected, and you've already merged, and you're just really close to ascension, and this is your chance to give back to the world. Now this reading, these three types of twin flames, I'm going to use mostly the Starseed cards because these messages reflect our mission on Earth, which is the main goal for all three types of twin flames. So whether you're the monadic, the split souls, or the hive souls, our final mission is about raising the vibration of the planet and bringing empathy as part of our human evolution. So split souls are people who have had many lifetimes together. They're the yin-yang, the counterparts of each other. They are the same soul, but in two different bodies. And so they long for relationship. They long to unite, but their relationship, your quest will be, all three types have sort of a mission on the earth. And your mission will be to heal relationships, learning how to heal the relationship within yourself, within each other, and to help the world with our relationship with each other. Then the final one is the hive souls, which is it's a collective thing. It's like many consciousness being connected together, like you reincarnated as a group of souls, or all from the same source. And I think maybe it's more that there's many in one source, like the kind of the concept behind the Sense8 Netflix series, if you've seen that, where all of these so-called brother and sisters, which they're also each other, and so they're also romantically involved in each other as well, in a sense, because they have this sort of just this amazing connection. So there's this community, a bigger, broader community. There could be a group of star seeds that has this mission, and you all incarnated together to be on this planet together to help raise the awareness of the planet. And you will kind of know if you belong to this kind of group. All three types see lots of angel numbers, but definitely you will be the ones to see signs from the universe and angel numbers the most. All three have very strong psychic connections as well, but definitely you're going to feel like you're going in and out of dimensions and reality sometimes. And all three types do the same thing. But with the hive is definitely multi-dimensional experiences, because there's so many in the hive and so many possibilities and dimensions that you're dealing with. In the split soul, the obsession with the other half is so strong that most of your focus is on that. And then in the monadic, there could be just this really strong desire to feel at peace and in balance within yourself, and still connected with those around you, and really wonder what your purpose is. Like, so you have a really strong drive for a purpose on this planet. All right, so that's a long explanation, a long introduction, but let's begin. Like, take a deep breath in, close your eyes and relax. Open your eyes. Let's look at the stones too, because that can help you. We have pile 1 is the fluorite, pile 2 is the pink opal, and pile 3 is kind of from a tumble group of stones, but I'm just going to call this a blue agate. Okay, so you have 1, 2, or 3. Let's take another deep breath in. Close your eyes, release your breath. Open your eyes and let them drift to the pile that's meant for you. Let's begin. All right, and here's pile 1 with the fluorite. And let's see what our messages are. So first of all, we have from the romantic fairy, you have the spiritual soul path. This is a personal evolution, and within your relationship, or within yourself, a relationship, or this, you could be this, the monadic type, where you've already come into union with your person, but you're still fine-tuning things. You have here self-love, love yourself first. Your tarot is Ace of Wands, the 8 of Cups, and the Empress. The Ace of Wands, the 8 of Cups, and the Empress. This makes me believe that you have a monadic type twin flame relationship where it's the world is within yourself. It is all within you. You are the vessel. It's like you're the mother. You're the mother of your own child, of your own connection within yourself. You have a tendency of wanting to be alone a lot, and you separate yourself often. Although community can be very helpful to you, you find the greatest peace and insight when you are on your own, when you're alone. And you feel fine and complete when you're on your own and when you're alone. The Ace of Wands is talking about this amazing spark of insight, excitement, enthusiasm, this kind of quest for knowledge, continued growth within yourself and within within the parts that make you whole. Let's see now what your Lemurian message is. You have Realm Bringer. As you raise your vibration and explore different states of consciousness, you may experience phenomena you believed only happen in fantasy stories. Through meditation and journeying, we invite a greater awareness of subtle realities. These realms can be amazing places to bring through pioneering ideas and creativity. This card is about bridging the seen and unseen. Just as water changes from solid to gas to liquid, we can change the intangible in other forms. Metaphors, codes, or even maths can form the path of the visionary. From the mind and the heart, visions can merge into matter. Dream outside the box. It's time to create the foundations of our realities in a fresh new way. So you have a mission and you do have a path. Now it's kind of discovering how you're going to use this in order to better the world somehow, to make changes within yourself. If you need to fine-tune the very small little details that are left before you leave this life, and help the world at large. Your Whispers of Love Oracle is you are limitless. You can do anything you choose. Then we have for the Starseed Oracle, we have the blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. So you are a blue flamer. You are the one bringing about major change on this planet. And you're one of those kind of like the ones that they call the chosen one, the one that seems, you feel a little bit like you're doing it all on your own, but you actually are in a sense combined with others, but you're not doing it in such the way as the community type twin flame would do, as the hive type. You're doing it more of a personal journey within. The blue flame is saying that this is an awakening, an energetic upgrade for you. Perhaps you're going through a period of spontaneous awakening, receiving visions and having experiences that are out of the ordinary. In the West, little is known about the process of a spontaneous awakening, and it can feel very scary when we're going through it alone. Elsewhere, they can be seen as auspicious experiences, with those going through them being treated with tender care. The blue beings are thought to be activating beings with great potential for healing and upgrading our cellular structures. They appear in moments of extreme awakening, activating a physical kundalini awakening and deep cellular and DNA healing. Many people glamorize the awakening process. However, in reality, it's much messier and more difficult than most of us believe. We must first let go of what we think we know for sure and how we make sense of the world. This isn't easy. The awakening process, even when it's spontaneous, takes a considerable amount of time to integrate, and awakening without integration can leave us feeling very ungrounded. If you're in the midst of an awakening, the process never ends. Treat this time as deeply sacred and give yourself ample space to ground and integrate the extreme changes you're going through. So put your hand to your heart chakra and say, I allow myself to surrender to the awakening process that's right for me. I take things slowly and integrate my experience each and every day. And then from your Work Your Light Oracle, you have the Pillar of Light and the Age of Light. I'm going to put that in the middle. This one's so pretty. Look how beautiful. All right, so here we go. I don't want to cover her mouth. There we go. Yes, she must be able to speak. Okay. So you've been training for this for lifetimes. That's why it's very possible that this is your last lifetime. Now, this is not going to resonate with everybody that stumbles upon this pile. If you have stumbled upon this pile and you're thinking, what? I don't know if I'm ready, then maybe this is not your pile. Or maybe this is just sort of a hint to a future lifetime for you. But the Age of Light is saying you've been training for this for lifetimes. I think the largest majority of the community out there are the split soul types, but definitely there are some. I know for a fact there's at least one of you out there like this. I know. Mystics and sages throughout the ages have predicted this period in history, and you decided to incarnate in the middle of it. There is no mistake that you are supposed to be here at this time of great change. If you ever feel unprepared or daunted by the path that this is calling you, know this. You've been training for this for lifetimes. You're way more than the days that have breathed you into this life. You're also all lifetimes that came before. All of these experiences have polished your soul into the most magnificent expression that is your authentic self. Your soul has many facets. Imagine a fingerprint. Your soul is 1,000,000 times more intricate than that. If you put together all of the fingerprints of all of the people you've been, you would not even get close to fathoming how much of a unique masterpiece you are. You came in with a clear soul plan. You came in with wisdom beyond your years. This is part of you that longs to be seen. This is the part of you that is ready to step forward, that is ready to emerge. This is not the lifetime to stay hidden, but to step forth, be seen, and rise. So your message here, or your meditation, put your hand to your crown chakra or heart chakra. I call forth the soul gifts and soul training that I have received throughout all of my lifetimes. I'm ready to embody them all now with no hesitation and without fear. I have been training for this for lifetimes. You are a pillar of light. You're part of the age of light, and you are one of the pillars. And the pillars of light is about saying that your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. You are heaven and earth in perfect expression, a conduit for the light of the heavens to earth. You are the rainbow bridge. Take time to meditate. Imagine yourself as a pillar of light connecting with the light of the heavens above with the earth. As the light shines through each your chakras, you activate the rainbow bridge that many ancient scriptures speak about, raising your vibration and the vibration of the planet, linking the higher realms of the cosmos, guides, angels, and spirit with the ancient wisdom keepers and beings of planet Earth. They dance together through you. They sing together through you. Without your body, voice, and creations, neither can be expressed. For too long, we've been taught that God is outside of us, giving away our power to angels and spirit guides. But without you, they do not have a voice. You are the oracle. Do not look for guidance outside, for you hold all the wisdom of the entire universe in the portal of your hearts, in every cell of your body. Do not see the angels and guides as above you, for without you, they have no way of communicating. You are the oracle. You are the rainbow bridge. You are the pillar of light. Say to yourself, I allow the light of the heavens and the light of the earth to flow through me now. I activate the codes of remembering within my cells and chakras. I activate my system as a rainbow bridge between heaven and earth. That's so beautiful. It's so nice to meet you. All right, so I'm going to now do some charms. All right, let's do some charms. All right, that's good enough. So MTV, the music and television, and this crazy connection with pulp culture and noise and everything all around you. I think there's some parts of you that feel very connected to society through pop culture, and there's parts of you that just really want to disconnect from it all. You've got a marble here. You have kiss, have a kiss. You have the letter T. You have sure. You have kitty cats. So some of your work here will have to do with helping animals, possibly connecting with animals. And you know, you may have a twin flame, but you also may have a soulmate that you are going to have a little relationship with this, or maybe a big relationship with this lifetime, and that will probably solidify your growth process, and then you will ascend, and then you will be ready to join your twin flame in the other dimensions. So I feel like that's kind of, so good news is you're not going to be alone this lifetime. You actually will have your partner. You will have a partner. It won't be your twin flame, but it will be somebody else who's super kind, loving, peaceful, gentle. You have no karma left to deal with, so this is total reward lifetime for you. All right, well, I hope you like that. I'm going to move on to the next. Alrighty, and here is pile number 2 with the pink opal. Let's see what you have. Ooh, psychic connection. Psychic connection. So your conversation and your communication goes beyond mere words. You have signs and clues as well. The universe is talking to you. So I feel like right off the bat, you might be one of the hive type twin flames here. It's possible. And you have the 3 of Cups. Yes, you have this kind of connection with and celebration with like minds and kindreds and soul brothers and sisters out there. You have the Ace of Swords. So this is amazing Ace of Swords, this spiral ascension kind of window, mirroring, mind projection. You are definitely on a journey, great journey. And all of these dimensions that you're in touch with through your hive is really expanding your brain into amazing awareness, just amazing. You have also the King of Cups. So much like the Hermit, there is this love for humanity that pours out of your soul, out of your heart chakra, like a bright, shining light beacon. It's like a beacon. So much love. But different from the Hermit is that you do not retreat. I mean, you have moments where you need to rest and retreat and replenish yourself, but there are mostly time, the most of the time, you are always connected with everyone else that is also on your same vibration and your same wavelength. And so, and that goes for kings, queens, masculine, feminines, male, females. There's many people in this hive with you, and you're all connecting in a very special, soulful way. All right, so let me give you a little message from the Lemurians. So let's see what your message is. This is, oh, this came out today in my TikTok. High Heart Chakra, Ecstatic Bliss. This card taps into the blissful oneness we feel as we drop our edges and protective containers. This is the place where we feel held and seen enough to flow into oneness, where the eternal parts of me meets the eternal parts of you. This is the selfless state where our higher selves commune for illuminating perspective on how we share, gift, and lift others in our joyful overflow. Consider your life purpose by exploring what allows you to give and joy. All right, let's see now. Your whispers of love. Yes, whispers of love. Be in the present and dream of the future. When we dream, everything is possible. So yeah, your mind might feel kind of like that. Like you are connected in your mind on Earth with everyone in this planet particularly, and your mission has to do with Earth. But you have also these amazing cosmic connections as well. And you might be a starseed yourself, or you definitely feel at ease when it comes to that language of starseed and connecting with other starseeds and people like that. So that feels very comfortable and commonplace for you, and anything that has to do with the cosmos feels just very natural for you. All right, so from our speaking of star seeds, from the Starseed Oracle, we have the Star Family. See, you're a part of a team of souls. Call in support. Okay, so let's see what your message is here. I feel like, you know, if you ever felt alone, you're not alone. You have your star family here. Just call for them and they'll be right there. And as soon as you think of them, they will appear. And sometimes you can appear in their world as well, kind of a very Sense8 way, you know, just kind of you're there and then they're there for you. So at some stage, we are each a part of a soul cluster, a gathering of souls who broke away from one another to experience themselves individually. Those who are part of your soul cluster are part of your star family. Your star family are those souls who are cut from a similar cosmic cloth. You haven't just experienced lifetimes together. Your souls were once actually one. It's very common for star family members to incarnate at similar times, to work with anchoring a similar frequency of light, and to cross paths with each other. You know that someone is part of your star family when you feel like you know and remember them from the moment you meet. They feel instantly familiar and comfortable. Time both passes quickly and stretches when you're with them. You feel more yourself with them than with anyone else. It can sometimes feel like looking in the mirror because in a way you are. Often you'll go out of your way to help those in your star family, instinctively knowing it's part of your path. When a star family member dies, you'll feel it very deeply, regardless of how long you knew them. A certain soul mourning or soul breaking occurs. Think about the people in your life. Who do you feel is part of your star family? If this card comes up in a spread, it's likely you've met someone who is part of your star family, or you're about to. So think about this. Who do you think is from the same star family as you? And how can you call upon them for support? And yeah, I mean, you may not have not even acknowledged it to yourself, but there is definitely some people out there that are vibing with you. So then from our work the light, we have birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being, and a great gathering. It's all coming together, intuitive hits, and your soul tribe. A lot of you do ask me, like especially in the live readings, where's my soul tribe? When am I going to find my soul tribe? And there is sort of this longing and sense of wanting to connect with them. And I feel like if you haven't yet, you're really going to very soon, anytime now, especially since this reading's come out and Spirit urged me to do a reading like this and put the whole 3 types of twin flame message and knowledge in my path, right? So this was a message that it was meant to tell you guys. So the great gathering and birthing a new age. Whew. Birthing a new age is about exactly what it's that path, you know, it's often our path, and it's exactly the one that we don't feel prepared to walk it anyway. Often what is rising feels far bigger than we could possibly hold, be a container for it anyway. Often our creation seems to have a wild, uncontrollable consciousness of their own, birth them anyway. Often often what is ours to do is the very thing that most intimidates us. And this is getting me so tongue-tied and flustered for some reason, but be courageous and do it anyway. We're birthing a new age. Right now, we're in a transition period between ages, and the process of allowing the old cycle to fall away and the new one to rise. Like driving in the fog and trusting the road will appear ahead, we need to release old identities in ways that no longer serve us, using our intuition as a compass. You are part of a group of souls who have been incarnating at significant periods of history, preparing for this exact time. So you could be like dreaming a new world into being, like the Magdalene sisters, or the daughters of Isis, or the Essenes, or the priestesses and witches and mystics and healers and seers and artists, midwives, visionaries, guardians of the earth, and storytellers from times past. It's time to give permission and space for what is beckoning within to be born. We're dreaming a new world into being. So put your hand to your heart and say, I am open to surrendering to the creations that are wanting to be birthed through me. May I be of service in a way that delights my mind, body, and soul. Please use me. Please lead me. Please show me the way. Okay, so the Great Gathering is the next phase for you. It's once you found your group, then you commune with them. So you're being called to let your intuition move you physically. You're being connected to a group of souls who are weaving a web around the planet. And as you travel and share your creation, something is rethreaded. You're going to know that you're being called to connect with others who are like you at a soul level, or that you already are. You're being called to gather groups of people, either by leading them or by becoming a part of a group that can support you and your soul's personal mission. You're part of a group of souls who agreed to be here at this time in history to heal yourself, your ancestral line, and the planet, to raise consciousness so that we can continue to call this magnificent place home for eras to come. One of many consciously choosing to devote your life to something greater than yourself. It's time to call in your tribe by sharing your soul's voice and letting yourself be seen. When you share what is real and true to you, you share the medicine that you most need. Those who are like you will gather around you. You are your tribe. They are just like you, and just as you are longing and searching for them, they are longing and searching for you too. So put your hand to your heart and say, I choose now to let myself be seen. I am ready to call my soul tribe and create a web of light all over the planet. All right, let's do your charms now. Okay. Oh, we got a ring. So some masculine out there, or male, or somebody who has a big finger, is about to either release a love part, a marriage, or is about to marry you. So either commit to you or let go of a previous commitment. We have the Pentacle here. which is talking about earthly matters. We have the familiar, so you might have a cat that is a familiar, either in the living or past kitty cat, past pet that is with you and connected with you. Also part of the big matrix and the multidimensional connections with beings. You know, you have Billy Idol, so there's somebody here specifically that you very much look up to and idolize, and they're your rock star. You are enough, you are enough, and you have a very solid, strong heart. There's definitely a lot of earthly ties here. A weighty situation working out, though. This situation will work out, and maybe also because you're working out, you're feeling good and you're enough. That little biplane is so cool. I think you might have a connection to another time period, maybe in early 1900s, and you have this the fairy and the moon represents this kind of messages to you in your dreams, and also it's in the card. So whenever you get tarot readings, really focus on that, because the readings are this is just amplifies your reading, just says yes, what you're hearing is the truth, and listen to it. But I feel like your energy is very grounded in earth. Even though you have a very strong connection to the cosmos, you definitely like the earthly pleasures, which is perfectly fine. If you enjoy working out and feeling your body feel strong, feeling all the physicality of planet Earth, it's perfectly fine endeavor to undertake. So keep enjoying that, and yeah, keep connecting. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next. Okay, here's pile number 3 with the blue agate. I don't know. This is a stone that was in one of those tumble things in Colorado. You just scoop up a bunch and they just, you know, you don't know what it is exactly until you just scooped it up. But it's really pretty. All right, let's see what you got. Ooh, so you got twin flame connection, okay? Heart, body, mind, and soul. You're definitely on a one-on-one mission here of connecting with a specific person that is your other half. This is a healing connection. Your romance will transform your life. Your tarot, it has temperance, which is kind of a balancing between the two sides, yin and yang, dark and light, masculine, feminine, however you want to see it. This is two blended, two things being blended, two wholes. See, the point is, yeah, that's your other half, but you're not half a person, you're an actual whole person. You are just in two different bodies, and you create a greater whole when you come together. Yes, just like the Two of Cups, here's some more information. It's almost like this particular temperance card doesn't have cups, but often you see an angel balancing 2 cups. And this one, actually, this Two of Cups has 2 cups. And it is about these energies melding and blending together. You can actually be some interesting combinations of elements as well, like how, let's see, like air and water make rainbows, kind of like that, you know. You can also, a lot of you out there are very different cultures and backgrounds, religions and everything else, you know. Sometimes you're mixed races, sometimes you're same-sex couples. All of these things can go into play when you are you know, blending with your perfect half, with your other half, with the whole of you, the same you, the soul that is you. And then we have the Lovers. So Lovers often means choice, but above all, Lovers is this connection, this blending of souls, heart, body, mind, and soul, just like we have here. There will be choices to make. There's a lot of interesting things when you meet yourself. You definitely have a lot of resistance. This is a dance. This is going to be an interesting journey because of integrating so many lessons and healing so many things from your past, from other lifetimes as well, and possibly even ancestral healing as well. So there's a lot of things going on. There could be a lot of triggering, and there could also be a lot of doubt within the same feeling of knowing that this is your one. So it's all kind of like together in the same lump. It's like you, at once you doubted, and at once you know for sure this is your person. All right, and so the Lemurians, this is your twin flame is what I should say, are saying harmonic flight. This powerful image, let's take a look at it again. Cool. It looks very yin-yang, see? Like the two blending, the two things blending. That's exactly what this is. This powerful image represents the divine we see when we look deeply into the eyes of another, and our armor drops when we meet another being present in the moment with no stories, judgments, or insecurities. When we harmonize our energies with another, we can soar to the sky. We can guide each other higher and higher by encouraging all that has been weighing us down to drop away. The bonds you share give you the power to transmute fear. Put time and awareness into resolving karmic connections, or they will continue to play out. There may also be a life-changing connection on the horizon. So there you have it. See, there's a lot of, and definitely it is very common twin flames to already be in karmic connections, which is part of the healing process as well, and the growing. And there's just no specific timing where that one stops and your connection begins, and your connection's always been there. So there's no kind of forced manipulating the universe on this kind of thing. You just have to really be very attuned and aware and go with the flow and drop your ego. You'll have to go through an ego deconstruction, I'm sure, eventually, if you haven't already. So your whispers of love says, the union of hearts, a love connection defies explanation. Yeah, it's real interesting. It just keeps coming in my feed, even though I haven't even subscribed to this person. They keep coming in my feed, and like, he triggers me, and I don't like him, but everything he says is exactly the way I think, and it's true, and resonates with me, and I'm just like, stop. But yeah, it pretty much is one of those things that you can't shy, you're just gonna have to face, because it happens. It's a connection that defies explanation. It's hard to explain this. It's hard to explain exactly everything that happens with you, and also this feeling that comes over you. You go through the dark night of the soul. You also go through a certain kind of enlightenment as well. There's all kinds of stuff that's part of this journey, and the bottom line is self-love. It's the self-love and this connection and the healing of relationships that help you also be able to heal the world. So from your Starseed Oracle, you have I Remember. There is a soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. There's some things that you have planned for yourself, and some things that are just meant to be from the universe. So do you remember what that is? Do you remember who you are and what was meant to be for you in this lifetime? I remember. I remember. Do you remember? There was a moment before you were born when you chose the conditions of the life you're living right now, when you plotted out these exact moments along with the timeline of your life. We live in a world of free will, and therefore these moments become our destiny only through saying yes. The fated life is one we were born into. The destiny life is one our soul chooses, and it takes courage and faith. If this card comes out, it's because you're likely now face to face with the choice to follow the destiny of life over the fated life, to trust the path of your soul is calling you toward, and to remember that this moment was prearranged on your life's timeline. You may find yourself at crossroads, at a moment where you're being called to make a decision, to keep walking the perfectly laid out path before you or choose the one less traveled. You may be facing a change of career, a new relationship, a difficult decision, or something else that requires courage and faith. You're being invited to remember your soul's greater plan and to surrender to it. When you're confronted with a path that's undefined, it's normal for doubt to rear its head. In fact, this is a certain sign that you are facing your soul's greater plan. Every hero in his or her life journey comes eye to eye with doubt. The only way around it is through it. It's all part of the larger plan. So ask yourself, what are you being called to do to surrender to your soul's plan? Ooh, heavy. All right, you starseed you, what lights you up? This is from the Work Your Light Oracle. And also we have Mirror. Who or what is triggering you? Well, definitely your twin flame is a natural person to trigger you. It is part of their design. It's part of their design in order to get you going, get you pushing you forward towards your destiny, towards your soul purpose. So let's see, Starseed, what lights you up? Starseeds are souls with a double mission to raise their own consciousness and the consciousness of the planet. That's what I try to tell you. They are old souls who have incarnated elsewhere beyond this planet. Many starseeds arrive with the feeling that time is running out and that there is something that they came here to do or create or contribute. And you may feel like you have a contract with somebody and you made a promise to them in a past life and you're looking for them again and you found them, and then there's all these obstacles and you're trying to break through them to get to the whole purpose of your soul purpose. So if this card is to confirm that you are a starseed and you're being encouraged to answer that call, to follow what lights you up. Once awake, most starseed souls find it hard to have meaningless conversations, jobs, and relationships. They innately know that there is much more in life, and they feel that there's something more to get to work. I felt that call. I'll never forget the moment I felt that call, and I remember somebody asking me, can't you do all of this from home? I'm like, I can't. I'm sorry. And they remain restless until they step into their calling, which is to light up the world with their unique presence. Starseeds are scattered all over the planet in hospitals and schools and slums and mansions, on stages and in edit suites, in school buses, in parks, in nightclubs, in taxis and theme parks. Many starseeds spend parts of their lives trying to fit in or in some form of spiritual closet. If you are dimming your light to fit in, it's time that you stop and start embracing the unique light that you came here to share, and treat your time on earth like a glorious vacation. What lights you up? Yeah, I think I tried, well, I was born in Germany, and so originally when we moved to the United States, I thought I was just weird because I was European. I kept telling people, they would ask me, where are you from? I'm just a European. That's why I don't fit. I'm not a Texan, I'm a European. But yeah, there was always this part of me, and maybe you have gone through similar feelings. So the mirror is about who or what triggers you. The filter of your own experience is how we experience life 90% of the time, through our own projections. When someone reminds us of an unhealed experience, we get triggered. Often it's an unconscious thing. So this card is guiding you to look closely at what experiences or people are currently triggering in you and what they could be mirroring back to you. When have you felt like this before? Could they be opportunities to heal something in you, or are they shining a light on something that longs to be witnessed in you? This goes for the good and the bad. The good, those who we admire and put on a pedestal. If we do not realize that we are attracted to them because we are like them, we will need to cut them down in order to rise to their level. And the bad, those we despise, are envious of, and put down. If we do not realize that they trigger something in us, then it is still yet to be healed, and we will remain hurt and wounded ourselves. So ask yourself, Who or what is triggering you? What is it in you that they are triggering? What part of you longs to be witnessed? And it's so funny because I went along thinking I'm fine. I'm a, you know, enlightened, or I'm getting there, whatever, everything's good. I've already been through a dark night of the soul. I'm fine. I'm just evolving little by little now. And then my twin flame comes in, and actually the good was, you know, it helped bring about this whole channel, in fact, you know. Then there's other things that have triggered, and and before I thought trigger meant, before I thought when I got triggered that it was their fault that I'm triggered, right? Because they did something wrong. Then I decided to think to myself, why am I being triggered? Maybe to somebody else, the thing that person said wasn't so triggering after all. Like if I mentioned this to another person that I know understands twin flame stuff, and they said blah blah blah, and they're like, yeah, and I'm like, but you know. So it's not all gonna trigger everyone, and if it triggers you, then why is it triggering you? So that's where you have to kind of dive down deep and figure these things out. It's part of your big journey. Yay, journey. But it's gonna turn out beautifully. I just know it in the end. Okay, so I'm gonna get your charms now. All right, let's see what your charms have to say. Okay, you also have the Billy Idol, so you idolize your person, which is good, sort of, because that your person is you. So if you like them, then you like yourself. Good job. And the more you get to that point, the more you're like, wow, they're great. Then and then they do something, you're like, oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Hey, guess what? That was you too. All right, so you have to keep figuring these things out about you two as a whole, as a unit, and not as individuals. Okay, the MTV generation just makes me think like this is music and television. You could be connected by music and TV shows, really. You know, you could have this whole pop culture thing that really connects you, even if you're 20 years apart or something. There is something uniquely that connects you to your existences, your parallel lives. Even though you may have different backgrounds and stuff, there's so much that you have in common as well. Here's Mr. Spock. So this could be somebody who is nerdy, and that could be one of those things you're like, oh, well, he's probably not my twin flame. No, there's he's just not glamorous and like me, or whatever, or maybe you think you're the nerd and they're like, oh, they're the rock star, like how could he ever like me, I'm such a nerd. And actually you're both, you're both the rock star and both the nerds. You're both. So you are enough. Have faith. You're blessed. The number 8. So I was just thinking there is possibility that you could be in a sense 8 situation as well. Sometimes that does happen within a community or a hive. Then a twin is a split soul can develop separately from the hive. I think that does happen. I'm not real sure. I mean, I'm still learning about this stuff, but that's possible. Oh my God, you have so many twin flame symbols here. So this was my original twin flame symbol. This little cute little girl and boy, and twins, and they never meant children to me. It always meant, but it is possible it can mean children, but they always meant twins to me. And then later came this one, and I was like, well, these angels with the cute little booties sticking their booties up at me also meant twin flames to me. So those, this one came later, but this also, you have that connection. Then you might have these really profound dreams. The moon makes me think of dreams in nighttime. You have love in the USA. You sing. Maybe the feminine or the mermaid, which I tied together with the feminine. is, you know, maybe she gave her tail away. Maybe she gives too much. She's a giver, and maybe the masculine is a taker, and there's this imbalance here. But the heart, the love is there, you know. The feminine could be very like focused on appearance and looking cute and wearing the stylish things or something. 0 here is like a great number. It's a Scorpio Pluto number. Anything times 0 is 0 again, but if you add 0 onto like 200 becomes 2000, and so on and so on and so on, and just like looks huge. And so 0 has a lot of power, and it's a full circle, and it's coming full circle. It's beautiful. Beautiful symbol there. And then we have a feather, so it's like spirit's always sending you some signs that, and you just have to be on the lookout for them. Here we have Mary Magdalene. Oh, of course. So if you're one of those gave your tail away, then you might want to talk to Mary Magdalene and talk to her. She can help you set the female things right. You know, Mary Magdalene is also patron saint of pharmacists and hairdressers too, but she also will focus on women's issues, and specifically like sexual things, sexual temptations, and those of you who might have had some sexual issues you know, in your past somewhere, somehow, that this will help. You know, talking to her, praying to her, meditating on Mary Magdalene will help heal those things. Then you have French fries. So you can eat your fries once in a while, but just don't overdo it. My daughter made some delicious fries last night, and I didn't, well, I ate one. I just took one bite. It was yummy, and that was it. That was enough. Okay. Well, guys, I hope you like that. I'm gonna have to take it to the editing room. Because my phone overheated because I have it on pro. Somebody please, if you can troubleshoot this question for me. I put it on pro video. Like on regular video, nothing happens. On pro video, it overheats and then it shuts off. I try to keep it cool throughout this video, but it got overheated, and so now I have pieces that I have to put together in the editing room, which usually turns out okay because it looks better and smoother that way anyway. But sometimes I like to just upload straight from my phone. Anyway, if you can figure out why Samsung S21 has overheating issues, please let me know. Send me a link if any of you guys have any ideas. I really appreciate it. And those of you who like this video, please feel free to subscribe and become part of the Sparkles of Light. I am on my road to increasing my subscribers and going to give away lots of prizes because it's my channel anniversary coming up in August. So please feel free to spread the news and share this channel with all your friends. And we're about to go into some twin flame readings for the month of August very soon, so be on the lookout for that according to your zodiac. All right, before I go though, I'm going to shout out some members who have been super generous in supporting this channel. My Platinum Pixies, Lupe C, Cheryl Borelli, and Claudia Lane. Claudia, I think you're pile 1. Golden Fairies, Leo Sunchild, Twin Flame, Luisa Silva, Full of Faithers, Anastasia, Sunny King, Claudia Coxis, and Wesley. Sparkles of Light, AA, Jessica Johnson, JR, Jessica D, Mona, Patricia, Chrissy, and Amanda, Jaden, and Brian, and Valeska. And then my 1111 patrons are Trini, Melanie, and Sylvie. And thank you. I've been posting artwork over there, my upcoming Lenormand exclusive behind the scenes work. So if you're a member, you can see all that. And yeah, say hi to me over there if you're a member. Thank you all so much for your support. Love you very much. Let me know how this resonated in the comment section, and I'll see you around if you trust in pixie dust.